Did you know no emotion lasts longer than 90 seconds unless you keep feeding it? That's right. When an emotion hits, your brain releases a wave of chemicals. Those chemicals flow through your body and are gone in about a minute and a half unless you keep the circuit alive with your thoughts. That's neuroscience, not positive vibes fluff. Harvard brain scientist Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor discovered this. Emotions don't linger by themselves. It's the reruns in your mind that keep restarting them. Next time anger rises, instead of firing off that all-caps email or slamming the steering wheel, notice what's happening in your body. Maybe your chest tightens, maybe your face heats up. Count to 90 while you breathe. Don't resist, just watch it like a wave. You'll literally feel the chemicals draining out. This is Emotional Regulation 101. Most of us never learned it. Emotions are weather. They pass if you let them. Think about the last time you snapped at someone and regretted it seconds later. That was the 90-second rule. The storm had already ended, but you acted anyway. We like to say, "Sorry I yelled, I was angry." That's like saying, "I got wet because it rained." No, you got wet because you didn't bring an umbrella. Or like walking into a Chicago snowstorm in flip-flops. The weather didn't force your choices. Emotions don't make your decisions either. They're just very convincing salespeople. Disappointment works the same way. It isn't about what happens, but about the gap between what you expected and what actually occurred. That's where cognitive reframing comes in. Your brain is a prediction machine. When reality doesn't match your forecast, you feel sadness, frustration, anger. Reframing doesn't mean pretending everything is awesome. It means changing your lens to see things more accurately, with less catastrophic drama and more possibility. Say you don't get a promotion. The catastrophic frame says, "I'm a failure, I'll never advance." The reframed view says, "This is one setback. What feedback can I use to do better next time?" One story shuts doors, the other keeps them open. Reframing is not fake optimism, it's accurate thinking. It admits difficulty but keeps your agency alive. We've all had something that felt devastating at first, but later turned out to be a blessing in disguise. Why wait years to realize that? Reframing lets you tap that perspective now. Our brains are like dramatic movie directors. You get criticized in a meeting, cue tragic soundtrack, career-ending disaster. Meanwhile, everyone else has already forgotten and is wondering what's for lunch. Now imagine if we treated emotions like injuries. We keep band-aids for paper cuts, but what about cuts to your self-worth? That's where the emotional first aid kit comes in. Build one when you're calm, not in crisis. List your biggest triggers: anxiety, self-doubt, loneliness. For each one, choose a physical action like 10 jumping jacks, a sensory cue like lavender oil or a favorite playlist, a cognitive tool like a mantra, and a social lifeline like texting a friend. Save these in your phone along with reminders of what you've already survived. That way, when overwhelm hits, you don't just panic, you have a playbook. Your brain in crisis is like a toddler at a birthday party who just found the candy stash, wild and unreasonable. Your emotional first aid kit is the adult stepping in. "Okay, champ, that's enough Skittles for today." And what about when your mind won't shut up? Ever tried to stop thinking about something only to obsess over it even more? That's rumination, mental quicksand. Research shows that trying to stop it directly makes it worse. The way out isn't suppression, but redirection. Use the 5-3-1 technique. Name 5 things you see right now. Move to a new spot, even across the room. Do 3 minutes of something absorbing, like counting backwards by sevens. Then take one productive action, related or not. Your mind is like water. It needs somewhere to flow. Give it a constructive channel. Otherwise, it's 3 in the morning and your brain goes, "Remember in 2012 when you called your teacher mom?" And suddenly you're reliving it in excruciating detail instead of sleeping. Thanks, brain. Here's another trap, the spotlight effect. It's the belief that everyone notices your flaws when in reality, they barely notice at all. Cornell researchers proved it. Students forced to wear embarrassing t-shirts thought the whole campus was watching, but hardly anyone cared. We're hyper-aware of ourselves, but everyone else is starring in their own show. You make a small mistake during a presentation, it feels massive to you. But can you remember anyone else's small slip-ups? Probably not. Most of the judgment you feel comes from inside your own head. That's liberating. Next time you worry everyone at the party noticed you used the wrong fork, remember, they're all secretly wondering if they used the right one themselves. Now let's talk self-talk. There's a surprisingly powerful trick. Speak to yourself in the third person. Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," say, "Sarah can handle this." Research from Michigan State shows this creates psychological distance, activating the rational brain you use to advise a friend. When you fuse with the feeling, "I can't do it," you're trapped. But when you say your name, you see yourself more objectively. It's like having a coach in your head who actually believes in you. Think about it. We're brutal to ourselves in ways we'd never be to others. If a friend forgot their keys, you'd say, "No worries, happens to everyone." To yourself, it's, "You idiot, how could you?" Third-person self-talk evens the playing field. Here's another surprising one. Pure positive thinking can backfire. Psychologists call the fix mental contrasting. Pure visualization feels so good that it kills your drive. The secret is to picture the dream, then picture the obstacles, then make if-then plans. You want to exercise more. Imagine the benefits: energy, confidence, health. Now admit the obstacle. "I'll be tired after work. If that happens, then I'll just do 10 minutes. Small steps keep momentum alive. Hope for the best, plan for the hurdles. That's how you turn wishful thinking into progress. Otherwise, it's like planning a road trip with just Instagram photos of the destination, ignoring the fact that your car needs gas. So, what if stress didn't just bruise you but made you stronger? That's anti-fragility. Muscles grow with stress. Immune systems toughen with exposure. Minds strengthen the same way. You can build anti-fragility by introducing voluntary discomfort, cold showers, fasting, difficult conversations. Create redundancy, so no single failure wrecks you. Stress becomes the training ground. The obstacle isn't in the way, it is the way. Think about it. Your proudest achievements likely came from struggle, not comfort. And then there's the Stockdale paradox. Admiral Jim Stockdale survived over 7 years as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. How? He said, "You must never confuse faith that you will prevail in the end with the discipline to confront the most brutal facts of your current reality." In other words, hold unshakable faith that you'll make it through while simultaneously facing today's harsh truth. The optimists who kept saying, "We'll be out by Christmas," lost hope when Christmas came and went. Real resilience lives in the paradox, hope plus realism. Facing illness, career loss, or long hardship, say, "This is hard. I don't know how long it lasts, but I am absolutely committed to finding a way through." That balance avoids both delusional optimism and crushing despair. All of this builds into your personal resilience system. Resilience isn't a lucky trait, it's a system you can construct. Cover 4 areas. Regulate your body's stress response with breathing. Frame your thoughts with tools like reframing, third-person talk, and the Stockdale paradox. Establish behavioral patterns with the 90-second rule and mental contrasting, and lean on social connections with 3 to 5 trusted people. Practice these in calm times so they're automatic when crisis hits. Systems beat willpower every single time. It's like updating your brain's operating system, except instead of slowing you down like a computer update, it makes you run smoother, calmer, stronger. Put it all together. The 90-second rule proves emotions pass. Reframing keeps setbacks in perspective. Your first aid kit gives you practical tools. Breaking rumination frees your mind. The spotlight effect shrinks your self-consciousness. Third-person talk unlocks your inner wisdom. Mental contrasting keeps you motivated. Anti-fragility makes stress fuel for growth. The Stockdale paradox balances hope and truth, and your resilience system ties them all into a framework that works even under pressure. Your resilience isn't measured by avoiding storms, but by learning how to dance in the rain. So pick one technique today, practice it for a week, then add another. Step by step, you'll discover you're not just surviving life's storms, you're mastering them. If this video gave you something useful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs it. And tell me in the comments, which tool will you try first?